Okay. We choose, as an Irish group, to start with the Cayley Swing. It represents, really, to some extent, how Northern Ireland has felt through 40 years of conflict. We're in a bit of a spin and we're out of breath. We've moved on from that into more settled and normal times. We still have some political and religious differences, but we have found that at village level and at local level, groups like ours can do and make a real difference. In this context, the Innovative Village project was a great opportunity for us to review and to look more closely at what we do. It encouraged us to look at our own communities and to assess the strengths and weaknesses, and then to focus on the most significant needs. The exchange visits with Finland and Estonia were a genuine catalyst for this. Although there was no significant connections between our three villages before the Innovative Village project, it is no coincidence that the projects you will hear about in this presentation have very similar aims. The three projects were based upon the idea of making better connections. Connections with our fellow villagers, our extended communities, and visitors from home and abroad. Ireland has a reputation for welcoming, and we do this quite naturally. Well, usually anyway. Traditionally, this involves having a smile, some chat, some food, some drink, some music, and in Ireland we have a term for this, and what we call it is the crack.
I'm Joyce Rankin from Port Ballantrae. Our village is actually much older than most. Originally started out as a Neolithic settlement, and people from all over, including from the Scandinavian regions and Germany, had actually traded with us from as early on as about, they figure about 2000 BC, so we've been around a long time. Also, the village was renowned for being the port, and it's a natural port for what was called Dunluce Castle, which was the seat of power in the north of Ireland as early on as the 1300s. So again, we've been around for a long time. And the lesson maybe you learned is we were much further along in losing everything than most everybody else. We have lost all of our services. We lost all of our hotels at one point, our post office, our shops, 5 restaurants, and 4 pubs. And they even named a thing after us. So it was called the Port Ballantrae Syndrome. So what that meant was that the developers moved in, put in very many second homes, to the point we had 785 dwellings, but only 754 residents. So when you see, it was a ghost town, they said. So we had to be innovative. And so we went around and asked everybody what they wanted their village to look like. And we started to tell the town centers, this is what we need. We need a village hall, we need a shop. And after a lot of toing and froing, we got there. We have a village hall and we have a shop. Now, innovative villages came into our lives and we were very thankful for that. Number one, we get to meet other people and see there's very many similarities between us, even though our cultures would seem much different. So you don't seem so alone. So, but the Innovative Village project that we chose may not be glamorous to you, but to us it means everything. We are using the money to put in acoustic panels in our meeting room and our main hall, so that way people can actually come to a meeting or watch a film and hear it. Because when they built the hall, they didn't think about the echo. So this will enable us to have more outreach, more people, and more community. So for that, we thank you, the Innovative Village Project, and we also thank you for coming to Port Ballantrae and enjoying your time with us, and we invite you to come back anytime because we love having you. I think the most important thing is that innovative villages just means innovative people, and for that we thank you.
We're very glad of Innovative Village because of the friendships we have made between Estonia and Finland, and that is not in any significant order. And even at home, our 3 villages hadn't too much in common, nor very much that we've worked with each other in. But since Innovative Village was introduced through Andrew, and we were included in that, the friendships with our Irish people has been great. We were able to come along and not only look from the inside out, but we're also able to look from the outside in with your input. And we found that really we weren't publicising ourselves all that terribly well. So through the Innovative Village, we have produced this, which folds into a leaflet. It shows you on the map where we are in Northern Ireland. It shows you some salient features of the village, and it tells you information about little places of interest that we have. And what we intend to do is, through the Northern Ireland Tourist Board, have this everywhere they have information for visitors. And we don't believe we could have probably done this without looking from the outside in through your eyes. And we appreciate, whether it's Finland or whether it's Estonia, the hospitality shown to us when we visited your areas. Thank you very much. All the best.
My name is Anthony McAllister. I am both the line manager, but I'm also a village activist in my own village of Cushendall. Cushendall, what is it like? It's got some very old buildings. Villages in Ireland are probably much older than the Finnish and Estonian. My own business has been in Cushendall since 1795, in the same family, in the same place. We have 3 So what sort of things do we do as a community? And the answer is lots. We get involved in a brand new youth centre, but it's not brand new, it's an old youth centre that's now new. We have an environmental group that look after flowers and making the village look good. One of the things that we're really keen to do is look after our local business and keep our local services. We also like to enjoy ourselves, so we have lots and lots of festivals. And the other great thing about Cushendall, sport is very important. We have hurling, which is usually Irish sport. Every child, be it boy or girl, plays hurling at some stage. We also have golf, we have boats, we have walking. And the really good thing about our sports, they are for everybody, not just for people with money. Everybody joins in. And what the local community association does is trying to coordinate all the activities. Sometimes really well, sometimes very badly. So while we do lots of things, there's more things we'd like to do. And our main priorities are, we want to try and more cultural activities, and to try and help our local businesses, right? And finally, why has Innovative Village been important to us? It's enabled us to test new ideas, to learn, particularly from our Estonian and Finnish colleagues. It helps us to develop our local people so they can undertake more activities. And quite importantly, we've built up networks. We've also learned how to present activities. It helps us see our village through other people's eyes.